Now I wanted to give you a brief overview of what the Pixlr editor can do. Don't worry if you don't get it all, we will go through it more in depth in individual videos later. But for now you can use the editor in two main ways on the site. One, if you look under resources you'll see the image editor and you can just launch it from there. It will open in a window and there it is, and you can see you're immediately presented with four choices: create a new image, open an image from computer, open an image from URL, and open an image from library. Now you don't have to worry about the library, that's just to do with Pixlr. You'll see a little login and sign up in the top right here. That is for the Pixlr site, not for Craftville, and you don't have to do it. If you lose that window at any time, don't worry, the same options are available here. So you can open an image off your site and edit it, off your computer, sorry, and edit it. However, I want to show you something else, because I want to show you not everyone's come across this open image from URL. There you are, it brings up a little box. Now if I flip over to another window, you can see I found this really nice photo on Google. Be a bit careful of copyright. Not all images are copyright free on Google by a long way. But if I right click it, it says, there we go, and it says copy image address. Yours might say something slightly different depending on which browser you use. Copy image URL maybe, but copy image address. So I copy that, go back to the editor, and if I hit Control and C, sorry, Control, I just messed that up. Go back there, I'll copy it again, copy address image, and of course it's Control V. You want, there we go, Control V, paste it in there, hit OK, and there you are, the image opens in the editor, and I can do what I would like with that. Zoom in. See, I use that little button over here to zoom in. If I make this full screen, I can zoom in and out using the wheel button on my mouse. I can move these across out of the way. And it to be quite a large image. There we go. Very nice image that. Probably use that for something. So you can edit any image off your computer and a lot of images off the internet as well directly. Let's come out of that. So that's one thing you can do with it. Just use it as a normal editor. So don't worry if you're not used to image editors. We will be going through the stuff in future videos. But the other thing we've done with this is integrate it into the site. Now when you got down to our main images, I won't say full size because they're not, but the large version of the image, you've always had this download full size image button, which is great. It's still there, you can still just download the image if you want it. But I've chosen this image of Bulmer fishing and I want to edit it, so I can just now hit the edit image, get a little window there which you can read, hit continue, and depending on the speed of your internet, you're getting that, there we go, and it'll load up the image into the image editor. So let's say I want him fishing the other way, image, flip canvas horizontal, and there we are, he's now facing the other way. Maybe I don't like this little worm, and I knew I wouldn't, so I have already saved another image. So open image, I've saved one of a fish, well, of a shark actually, sharks aren't fish, there you go. Now what I can do is edit, select all, edit, copy. So I've now copied that image, I'll go back to my original one, and I'll go edit, paste. Now you may notice in this layers window up here the shark has come in as a new layer. Now that enables you to work on things individually. So if I get the move thing and use it on there, you can see I'm just moving the shark because I'm on the shark layer. And if I go layers, rotate, that's rotated just the shark because I'm on the shark layer. And it's the same with transform. Go free transform, you see a little box appear there. Hope you see a little box. Now I'm going to grab a corner, I'm going to hold down shift. That makes sure the image stays proportional. I'm going to make it smaller. I think about that size should do. Move it over to the line. Down a bit. There you are, so he's caught a nice shark there. Just click off and say yes, we want to keep that. Now I want to get rid of that pond there, so back in my layers, over to the background, select the rubber, I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. There we go. And because I've selected the background, it's not going to affect the fish, sorry, the shark. It's just going to take the pond away, and I'll take it away from down there as well, because I don't want the pond anymore. There we go. Now he's caught himself a nice shark, and all I'd have to do is go File, Save, and I'll be able to save that down onto my computer. I normally do it at quality 95 or around there. And I don't know what the options are there, a few things, but I normally keep it as a JPEG and say OK. Obviously that's on my computer. Won't do that now, but that's how you would alter an image and save it. There may be some other alterations we want to do. Change colour maybe of it is top there. There we go. I'll have that. So we go on the bucket tool. Tolerance is how much of the colour gets covered. If you go too high, it'll come out. There we go. Oh, see, there we go, and I'll undo that. I made a bit of a mistake. Not sure about his pole being done there. There we go. He's got a nice purple coat on. You can make what changes you want and then save it. Don't worry, you're not affecting the original image on my site. So there's a couple of things you can do. So we're just flicking through quickly. I will go through these in more depth. Let's have a look what else we've got. We've got an Easter egg design. Let me show you a couple of the other things it can do. So edit the image, continue. You can go through, have a play with these things. You're not going to do any harm. Let's get this up full screen again. There we go. That's better. And you can just have a play through some of these things. We'll look at layers specifically in another video. What can we do here? Brightness and contrast. I think are very obvious. I mean, even once you've gone OK, if you don't like it, you can edit, undo at any time. So that was brightness and contrast, colour balance. Take the red out, put red in. Take the green out, put green in. Take the blue out, put blue in, etc., etc. Hue and saturation I always like. That is the colour, the hue. So you can take one of our images and make lots of adjustments to it. You get some really nice effects. There was some else I liked in this. There's lots of things. Sepia, be good for photographs. Old photographs we've got here. I like the colour lookup. Gives you a range of preset changes. You can fiddle with them up there. I tend not to. I think there's enough on here. And obviously you can combine 2 or more of these changes if you so wish. So you could do this one. Let's do that. Say OK, and then go back. Go to brightness and contrast and increase the contrast. Getting a bit gaudy, isn't it? Okay. So you can make changes like that, but we can undo them if we don't like them. And get back to our original image. So there's quite a few there, and then we have some filters here. There's strange things like kaleidoscope. Really nice, huh? Get some great effects on that, depending on what your original design is like. See if there's another filter we can show you here. Well, we could show you them all, but as with everything, some will be more effective than others. That's a water swirl, so if you're doing a reflection, yeah, I think I'm making it worse there rather than better. Interesting. So there's lots of different effects you can use on this. You can also do image resizing, canvas cropping, which again we'll have a specific video on that. You can rotate images, but it's pointless rotating the full image because obviously if you print it out you can just turn the sheet round. I will just mention that if you're doing an effect, you don't have to do the whole sheet with the effect. If we use that selection tool there, there's several selection tools there, freehand, etc., which we'll look at. But then if you make an adjustment, it will only affect that particular area. That perhaps wasn't the best. There we go, this should okay, we can say OK on that, and then deselect, and it's just affected that one area. So I say we'll go into all these more in depth, but hopefully that will give you a good idea of what this program can do and how we've integrated it into the site. And just get out of there. Don't forget, now when you get to the larger size of an image, if you want to edit it, just hit the edit image and it will be loaded into the editor for you to make your adjustments. But don't worry, for those who don't like using an editor, the download full size image button is still there. Finally, don't forget, when you've done something you like, make sure you save it onto your computer up to 95. I'll say OK. It's working, please wait. It'll give you a window and you can choose where to save it. Right, have a nice play, you won't do any harm, and we'll be back with more videos having a more in-depth look into each of the functions of the program. Speak to you soon. Bye bye.